The topic of this video is finding the horizontal or oblique asymptotes of a rational function. We've actually got 3 problems in one video. Find the horizontal and or oblique asymptotes, if any, of the following 3 functions: r of x, t of x, g of x. Okay, let's go through each one at a time. The first step in finding horizontal and or oblique asymptotes is to determine the degree of the numerator and the degree of the denominator polynomials. You might recall that when a polynomial is written in polynomial form, which is a bunch of terms being added or subtracted, that the degree is the highest exponent of x. So, for example, 3x is the same as 3x to the first power, and the highest exponent of x is 1, so this is degree 1. Similarly, x is the same as x to the first power. This 13 does not have an x, so the highest exponent of x is again 1. While we're at it, let's go ahead and identify the degrees of the other functions as well. This one is degree 3. This one is degree 4. This one is degree 4. This one is degree 2. Okay, the next step is to compare the degrees of the numerator and denominator polynomials. Let's return to r of x. We find that the degree of the numerator polynomial, 1, is equal to the degree of the denominator polynomial, which is also 1. This is action B from our list of actions. Action B says, if the degree of the numerator and denominator polynomials is the same, then you will have a horizontal asymptote, y equals b, where b is the ratio of the highest degree term coefficients. So what does that mean? Well, the terms that we used to determine the degree of the polynomial have to have their coefficients divided. So this is a coefficient of 3 divided by a coefficient of 1. That tells us the value of b. b is equal to 3 divided by 1, which is 3. So we get the horizontal asymptote, y equals 3. Okay, let's move on to our next function, t of x. We're going to compare the numerator and denominator degrees. In this case, the numerator degree is 3, which is less than the denominator degree of 4. So we're going to take action A. Action A says, if the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, then the horizontal asymptote is y equals 0, also known as the x-axis. And that brings us to our final function, g of x. So in g of x, we note that the degree of the numerator is more than the degree of the denominator by 2. 4 is more than 2 by 2. This encourages us to take action D. Action D says, if the degree of the numerator polynomial is 2 or more degrees higher than the degree of the denominator polynomial, then there is no horizontal or oblique asymptote. No horizontal or oblique asymptote. All right, and we have now solved all 3 of these problems. R of x had the horizontal asymptote y equals 3, t of x had the horizontal asymptote y equals 0, and g of x had no horizontal or oblique asymptotes at all.